Donnie B. GotDaBeats.
What's good, everybody? It's Donnie B. Got the Beats. We live on the beat. You already know what time it is when you hear this voice. And if you follow the show, you know what I'm about to get into. About to get into that glorious intro. So this glorious intro, man, I got to introduce this cat in a different kind of way. Listen, I met this gentleman a long time, a little while back, a few years back, man. It's just needless to say, it was a pretty shitty day for me. But linking up with this brother, he helped me through the scenario situation. It was like, I'm gonna follow this dude. This dude got something with him, you know what I'm saying? And ever since that time, I've just been following and watching his moves. And this brother has been very, very inspiring in how he works, how he moves. Very, very calculated, very business savvy like. And definitely somebody that helped me to make sure that I kept my game and my head on the swivel while I moved out here to LA to try to be on bigger and better ventures. But I'm elated to have him on. He's exactly the type of people I like to have on this show. It's this dude right here, my brother, Karlos Toomer. He's the founder and CEO of Toomer Automotive, host of the Muddy Waters podcast. He's an entrepreneur, socialite. What don't you do? But by the way, like I said, Karlos Toomer, what's going on with you, brother? How you doing?
What's up, man? How you?
Living my best life, man. I told you, try to be like you when I grow up.
Hey, man, look, you already doing your thing, man. Hey, look, he would have been on time, man, if it weren't for me. The audio and everything is fucked up on my end, so don't y'all blame him. It's low. It's the iPhone and so on and so on. But other than that, man, you're in California, right? LA?
Yeah, yep. Out LA, 5-6 years now.
Right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Shoot, man, I'm an open book.
Indeed. Well, we're gonna get straight to it, brother. Let's start by those people that don't know who Karlos Toomer is. Just who is Karlos Toomer?
Okay, well, can you hear me? Okay. I'm just a regular dude, man, that always wanted a lot out of life, man. So at the end of the day, man, me working all these different businesses and things like that, really was actually just trying to achieve what I wanted to achieve and be able to leave my family something, a legacy, man. When I left, man, I wanted something standing when I was gone.
Right.
Getting into the automotive business and things like that. That was one thing. I like cars. I love cars. So I actually got into it so I can get cars at a better price. For myself too.
Mm.
So it snowballed into a business that I was actually good at. It's not just necessarily the business that you're in; it's just being good at business.
Right.
And it's a way of life for me, to be honest with you. It's a lifestyle. Building businesses is not easy. Finding people to work for you and stay and have the same vision that you have is very difficult.
Right.
In doing business, very difficult in business. I mean, you get frustrated a lot. You'll take more losses than the times you win. You only need to win one time, though. I say that to anybody doing any kind of business around the world, you only need to be right one time.
Right.
You can do 50 things, and 49 of them didn't count, but the number 50 did. You understand? So, like That's mainly what it is. And just one thing led to another, business led to another. None of everything plays a part with each other.
Right.
If that makes sense.
No, it makes total sense.
You know. Yeah. So a lot of times, man. Hold on. Audio, man.
No.
Am I still?
I can hear you a little bit.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
A lot of times.
I said, don't worry about it. You know, we hear enough. We didn't hear enough about you to get it for sure.
Yeah. So, you know, that's really mainly what it is, man. And want to be the best at anything you do. You know what I mean? And I always try to be the best. I would always look at it like this: if I'm not gonna put 100% into it, I don't even fuck with it. If I'm transparent, I got to be real, man. Like, I'm not a really a scripted kind of guy, man. At the same time, I talk about like things the way I like it. I knew that I couldn't work for nobody for a long time, no matter what they paid me, because at the end of the day, the things that I wanted probably cost more. One thing cost more than what they were willing to give me a year.
Right.
And when I was doing the 9 to 5 thing, and I was waking up and going to work at night and getting off at night, it was always dark, man.
Yeah.
And I ain't like it. I ain't like it. I don't like taking orders from a lot of people all the time. You know, I can take advice, but I don't like orders. And orders is different from advice.
Right.
You know what I mean? To me, just my personal opinion. No, nothing against the working man. The vacations didn't match my work ethic. You know, and then you miss a lot of life. You miss a lot of things with your spouse. You miss a lot of things with your kids, your family. You do a lot. It's a lot of sacrifice that goes in to being an entrepreneur. It's not for everybody.
Right. Not for the faint of heart.
It's not for everybody. I mean, I can tell you the countless chicks that then walked out my motherfucking life trying to get to that bag, man. I mean, these are things that most people don't talk about. You know, everybody talk about what you achieved and what you got and how good you look and all these different things, but you don't understand the nightmares and the things that people go through on the way to achieving some shit. You know, it's just like social media. Everybody posts all the good things, all the outings you go to, and all the vacations you go to, but don't nobody post the snatch man coming to get your shit. You know, ain't nobody posting the Pepco and cut my goddamn lights out again. See, ain't nobody posting all that.
Right.
Don't nobody post backed up bills. Don't nobody post none of that shit. Bad credit score. You only see the good posts, and that's where a lot of people are being misled into this thing we call entrepreneurship. I mean, I do post a lot of different things as far as business goes. I just don't post my life that much because most people don't care. And the other people that do care, you don't have to post.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You spit nuggets already.
Yeah. So you know, at the end of the day, I mean, and you got to be honest with yourself. It doesn't make you less of a person, man, to not want to be an entrepreneur. Everybody can't take the responsibility of being an entrepreneur. It's a lot of work. And although maybe sometimes just in my group of people may think I make it look easy, but it's completely not. I mean, I sacrifice a lot of sleep, you know, shit. Everything you love, put that on the table and I sacrifice that.
Right.
And continue to do so. So, you know, hey, entrepreneurship is a cold world, man. It's rewarding, all dependent what you want out of it. You got to know what you want, and when you forget what you're doing it for, you've already lost. You cannot ever forget why you're doing what you're doing.
Right.
Once you lose sight of that, you lost. You already lost the game because it's easy to lose sight of it.
You
know,
it's funny. You touching on a lot of stuff. You know, and I know this. We brought you on in order for you to share your story, but I want to interject this too because I'm glad you brought that point up because the sacrifice is very, very key and very pivotal to the make of the man, right? And you know, not a lot of people know me leaving, you know, DC to come to LA. I left my kids back there too. You know what I mean? And that with that comes a lot of you know, back and forth commentary and stuff like that. Oh, you know, he's a deadbeat. Oh, he this, that, a third. It's like, but you don't understand what I'm building in order for my kids to be able to see what kind of future they can have. You know, I never wanted to have that be in that space where I look dead in my kids' eyes and they can see in my eyes that I can't help them because money ain't right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
sitting there in DC with that, I knew there was not a lot of options, because you couldn't be in the credit. I mean, in the government, because you got to keep the credit score above X and X and O. But as an entrepreneur, as you touch, credit score dips and so forth and so on. Now they trying to pull your clearance, whole nine. It's a lot of things that just drove me out, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to LA because I'm in entertainment. This is what I do, and I'm sure I can make a mark. And 6 years later, I'm out here rocking. You know what I mean? And at least my kids, and I, when I talk to my kids, and they're little entrepreneurs, and my middle child, she's a music producer like her dad, and she's doing calligraphy work, and my oldest, she's an entrepreneur. She got a jewelry business that she's doing. My son, he's 7, and he's dabbling in beats. You know what I mean? So saying all that to say, it's like you said, when people look at you on social media, they like, oh, you doing it, but like you say, they don't see the back end work. They don't see the hard, the time that's lost, that's missed, in the whole nine. And I really appreciate you. Yeah, and I appreciate you for sharing that and touching that, pressing that button, because people really need to understand that it's not for entrepreneurship is not for everybody. It's not.
Man, this should have break your heart, man.
Yeah.
You hear me? See, I listen. That's why, like I said before, man. Me, I'm honest because I'm real. I don't handle it. It's too many things around me that's so real that I can't find a fake place to be. So if it's this real around me, I can't do nothing but be real.
Right.
Again, as I said before, fuck the cars, fuck the house. All of that don't matter because you put a lot on the line for all of this, and when you get there, that's a reward that you earn. And most people are not going to understand it if you haven't earned it.
Right.
And you could get the biggest house in the world and that bitch be empty, man. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot that come with being successful. Everybody can't be successful because the journey is a bitch. And there's no other way of putting it. I don't have a soft way of putting this. This shit can make you put a gun in your fucking mouth. And for everybody out here that don't really understand what I'm talking about, you ain't never put your heart into nothing yet. You ain't never put everything that you are online. You haven't done it because you can't relate. You see what I'm saying? I done rode out of town in multiple cars when my shit was fucked up with bad tags, all kind of, knowing I can get locked up in any state, man.
Right.
No insurance, child support smacking my noodles out my head. I can talk real when I get on here, man. You already know. So all that right there being said, bad record. Oh, name it. Nigga, I've been through that shit. So at the same time, you try to keep one of the, I guess, females or something for staying around to believe in what you got going on. They might get fed up because it ain't happen right away. All this shit come, man. All this come with this. So if anybody looking for a sweet story for Los to tell you, you talking to the wrong dude, man, because I ain't hearing it, because I ain't seen it.
Right.
Everybody can talk about all the wonderful things and keep driving, but everybody not built for this shit. And that's what people need to start telling you. You go seminars all you want. That's why you can do seminars around the world, and maybe one person out of each seminar in everybody's state that made it.
Right.
You can give people ingredients all the time, man. This shit is just dedication, man. Working on Sundays and Saturdays, the things you're doing. This shit take dedication. Nobody knows what it takes you to get this operation going. Nobody knows. You just assume, man. It's a different kind of person, man, that run their own shit. I don't know nobody that run their own shit weak, man. Male or female. I don't know no soft ass people running their shit. This real life. And if you were soft when it started, you sure ain't gonna be soft and successful. By the time you get successful, you cut from a different cloth, baby.
Yeah. You talk different, you move different, you sound different.
You talk different, you move different, your patience different.
Yeah. Yeah.
And most people I know that's entrepreneurs ain't got no time for no bullshit, man.
Hey, and it's funny that you say that too, because that's like that when you say you ain't got no time for that bullshit, like you said, man, like the patience too. That patience get real thin around thin motherfuckers, man. Real live. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be days I just be want to keep the face off their face, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get it. You don't get it. I'm not here for you. I'm not here for you. I'm here for the people that's on my back. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
right.
People just don't understand that, and you get the whole, oh, he's too curt, or oh, he's an asshole, or oh, he he like trying to be like Dame Dash or something. And it's like really, if you really think about some of the most successful people all the way up through Donald Trump are the biggest assholes. Period. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or at least come off that.
I get that too. Don't feel left out. Don't feel like that's just you.
No, of course.
See, I'm glad you got this platform because I mean, there's a lot of people think I'm an asshole. Listen, man, I can't make everybody happy, man. And I sure can't make you happy the fuck if I ain't happy. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So if you're looking for me to make you happy and I'm pissed off, that is not gonna work, baby. I promise you. I promise you that.
Right.
You know, now when we complete this goal that we set out to do, call me crazy, because it could be crazy. That we going after something that most people don't have. That's the crazy part about all this. See, what a person that's an entrepreneur goes after is what most don't have, but they're doing what most won't do. See, your girlfriend walking out the door can change your perspective of your goal if you're not really on it. Make you come off the shit. Make you stop doing it. Nobody want to see nobody else laid up. You don't want to see no other nigga laid up with your motherfucking piece of hot pots, man. If that's what you're going to have to go through if you want this kind of shit. I'm just saying.
Boy.
I'm just saying, man. So, you know, I don't want nobody to think that it's sweet.
You don't even know how on time with that you saying right now. Like you are so like you landed that plane right on the tarmac, bro. Like these are things that.
Hey man, hey, you know why? Because you know why? Because most people don't talk about it.
Right.
You know, people around the world trying to get businesses going and got great vision and enthusiastic over things. But the fact of the matter is, man, if your significant other ain't on board with you, man, you gonna feel that too. You gonna listen. They could be rooting for you and cheering for you, and you gonna feel it.
Right.
Because this right here puts a strain on any relationship, family. It does not matter. Anything that you love is gonna put it on. Going out of town on vacation, all that shit. You know, going out, all of those things you like to do, you have to sacrifice all that. But you don't want it, man. Because there's somebody somewhere in the same field that you are right now, working harder than you. And as long as I know that, that keep me up all night. I'll be up 2-3 hours, 2-3 days straight.
Right.
Grinding. Because I know there's somebody else somewhere around the world that's doing the same thing that want it better than me. And as long as I know that, I'm going to keep coming. He ain't got tired yet, and he might be younger. So don't get it twisted.
Right.
Don't get this twisted. That's why time is the most valuable thing in life, because you can't buy it or buy it back. What you do with it will ultimately dictate the outcome of this motherfucker, man. So at the same time and token, that's why I don't play. When I saw the gray hair come around my chin, I knew it was crunch time. That means it's the fourth fucking quarter. And in the fourth quarter, at the end of the game, for people that don't know football, you got 4 quarters. 3 of them you're going to play your ass off. Now, the fourth quarter is the only quarter that really counts.
Yep. In all business.
See, it don't matter you've been kicking ass all 3 quarters. Well, you done got 3 interceptions in the fourth now. Game about to be over. The whole game has changed 1 quarter.
Yeah.
This the fourth quarter. For all the people out here that's a little older that may got gray, may have lost their hair. Whatever you thinking, and you're a little worried about shit, then you should be. Because I'm going to tell you the truth because I love you. You should be. And if you ain't worried, then you probably don't need to be around me, which makes you the wild ass nigga not to be worried about shit and your shit ain't all the way together. I'm just 100, man. I'm just going to tell you how it is.
You know, and it's funny that you say that, man, because like you said, and we're going to go back to the top on it, is that for those that don't understand what you're saying, they ain't put enough work in.
You ain't put enough work in.
It's
impossible.
Like, it's no way that that they can hear what you're saying and I understand the blood, sweat, and tears, and pulling yourself up by your own bootstraps and getting up out the mud and getting up early and the early days, the late nights, the missed phone calls, the missed opportunities to meet with loved ones, the whole nine. The like you said, the power off. We eat noodles and noodles this week. We eat noodles and noodles all month. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't understand that. Coming out of LA, it's like talking to some of my friends, like, man, shoot, man, they don't even know, man. I used to have sugar sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? Like that junk used to, go a long way. Sugar sandwich? What's a sugar sandwich? What? Like, how dare you? Like you don't even understand what it's like. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's if they do not understand the words that are coming out your mouth, they have not lived. They have not. This is not the game for you. You need to try golf or something. Go to where you need to be at, because this industry, just the frame of mind of being an entrepreneur. We dogs. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get out and get after it. So, I appreciate
A lot of times it's scary, man. You know what I mean? Of course, man, God's been awesome with me, man. At the end of the day, I mean, He's allowed me to continue to stay healthy, and go on this journey of mine. And although I've had a lot of businesses and still have a lot of businesses and been quite successful in many of them, at the end of the day, it ain't just me, man, because I made mistakes too. I've lost a lot too. And I like to, I hear people all the time get interviewed around the world and all sorts of different things, man. And at the same time, in Tokyo, the fact of the matter is that nobody talks about the losses. When everybody looking at all the wins, I can tell you I had way more losses than wins, though.
Right.
This would come with it. I don't want nobody to think it's because if I'm talking to people that's only winners, then we're not talking to the right people then. Because then that means we don't have nothing in common at all. I mean, what do we have in common? You ain't lost shit. I can tell you a whole lot of shit I lost, and I'm still pissed off about what I already lost. Don't tell me how to feel. You see what I'm saying? So I know ain't nothing owed to anybody. If you're willing to put in the work, and if you're willing to go through all the other shit other than work, because it's more than work that comes with entrepreneurship. I don't care what you're doing. It's more than work. It's pain. It's everything. Pain keep me pushing, man. You understand? And you ain't talking about no soft-faced dudes. I mean, to move it, uproot your whole upbringing and move to a whole other state to make it says a lot about the man. You know what I mean? It's just saying a lot about people. I don't think people looking at people's character. You're looking at what the fuck is going on. You're looking at all the wrong things I did. What about all the shit I did that you wouldn't do? So basically, what I'm trying to tell you is to be an entrepreneur, it takes balls, nigga. It takes balls. If you ain't got no balls, this right, entrepreneurship will show you immediately who you are. I promise you.
Right.
What you built like, what you thought you was built like, and what you ain't built like.
Yep.
You know? I mean, hey, I've been called asshole. That's the worst name you got for me. I've been called worse than that, so fuck it. I'm trying to tell you. I mean, they say they would think I was cold.
Right.
No, I got feelings too. I'm human too, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm human too.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really not about the coins. It was about what the coins allowed me to be able to do. And that's being able to give my loved ones and my children experiences that I didn't have. You know what I mean? If it was about something else, I would attain that and I could do it. But I mean, it was the experience. I mean, when I do certain things, and let's say me, I like the RV. That's one of my things I like to do. Well, a particular type of RV I like costs $2. It's not the RV that I'm tripping off of. It's the experience in the RV and where the RV will take me, the resources I grab for having it.
Right.
The things I see because I have it. So we all plan for something different. We plan for the same thing, but we maybe plan for something different. You know, women like stability, but what you don't like is the work that has to go behind to have the stability. In this country, I don't like to play the black and white note because it ain't got nothing to do with man is man. But on this end, all I know is working for it. Now, you want to spin up my bag, then you're going to have to rock with the boy, man. That's just it.
As they say out there, this nigga spitting. Because
Huh?
as they say out there, this nigga spitting, bro. Because I'm trying to tell you, I can't, man. How many times you been in a situation like you said, and oh, well, why you gotta go to the studio? Oh, well, why you gotta be out here at the club and all these your face, so forth and so on. It's called promoting. It's called working on my craft. It's called getting out here, getting after it. Oh, I see how they was. I don't understand what you gotta work late. Why you gotta work late? Because I gotta pay the bills around here. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? When you go to work, do complaining about when you come when when you stay at work late, like what's going on? You know what I mean? Man, woo, child, you is entrepreneur.
It's a lot of man. It's a lot of pain. Pain drive you, man. But you need that. You need that pain to keep you getting up out the bed because when somebody says something to you or does something, whatever it is that can cause you an emotion that was uncomfortable.
But
At the end of the day, when you land there and want just 5 minutes more sleep, if you think about it and it hits you the right way, it gets your ass up out that bed, man. And 9 times out of 10, most entrepreneurs don't lay in the bed. They lay wherever they lay at. They may sleep on the couch, the floor, the car, however it is go. Because these are the stories that they don't see before you saw the Bentley.
yeah,
Before you saw the Lambo, let me tell you what I had to do to go grab that motherfucker. Though you should that's what you should see. Let me post the fuck that. I should show you what I had to do to grab this bitch.
yeah,
To even give you a photograph of what has been achieved. If I showed you all the photographs I should have took to achieve it, you would be shocked. Then you would ask yourself, do you really want this?
that's real.
Because sometimes I gotta ask myself, I got to be nuts, man. I think all of us are crazy, to be honest with you. I think all entrepreneurs are semi out their fucking mind, to be honest with you. Because you have to be. Don't no logical person put themselves through this kind of shit. You know what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah,
Ain't no logical person putting themselves through this kind of shit. This is inflicted pain. Because I could have took the easy way out, did the 9 to 5. The old white boy cut me a pension. You know what I mean? Because you ain't gonna like that neither. At the end of the day, and did it the easy way, I guess.
right.
The easier way, because it ain't easy either. So but I take my hat off to all entrepreneurs. I don't care what they are. They selling oranges or whatever. You been selling and you pushing your product, you pushing your brand, keep pushing your shit. For all the pain that you got to go through to be successful, get a reward for this. Don't let the pain be fucking free, nigga. That's all I'm saying. Don't let it be free.
Right.
Then whatever anybody else said about you becomes to be true. Then can you live with that?
Yeah. Then there's that.
Can you live with that? I can't. So I'm grinding. You see, I done came down here, I done came out the office, got on it, because we made it work. I had to come to the car. They'll talk to you.
Yep.
You see all this shit, my background, that's equipment, man. Hustling out here, man. It don't matter. Rain, see the snow. This shit got to go. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why you can have a nice fat chick laying up in the house, walk around, she done cooked you a meal. You done got to the house, ate the motherfucking food, ran out. Damn, they probably forgot to hug her. It's real like that out here, man.
Right.
I don't want y'all females to think that at the end of the day it's just your nigga. No, it's anybody that's chasing this shit I'm chasing. Let that be known. From Washington, D.C. to L.A., it's like that. And anybody else that ain't like that, come in, please. Please, would you have them on or as a guest that's doing the same thing that's studying anywhere near what I'm talking about? Please bring him on because I'm looking at, I need a mentor
Right.
to be a better me because, yeah, I know I'm on some asshole shit. So they say. So they say.
So they say. You know what I mean?
So they say.
And it's funny that, like, again, it was an old adage that somebody told me a long, long time ago that I never let go of. And the thing they said, it was kind of like that hustle, don't quit. They was like, our planes don't hit the tarmac, bro. We gas up in the air. You know what I mean? And my thing is, I don't know what rest means. I don't know. Everything I do, I still got a 9 to 5 job, and I loathe that because to me that's the middleman. I need to be making pure profit off of what I do. Not I'm that man taking money out of my pocket for making, you know what I'm saying, making him richer. Like, no, but I gotta do what I gotta do in order to support. You know what I mean? And that's that. But like you said, it's just one of those things as to where it's like, I can't quit. Quit is not an option. Quit is failure. Like you said, if I laid down for every time somebody said I wouldn't be, and that don't sit right with me. That does not make me happy in pants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just who, like you said, that's who I am. I can't. And you know, funny, like we was talking about moving to LA and from DC. It's like quiet as kept. I moved to LA, moved back to DC, then moved back to LA, all within a year. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Doing it once is strenuous enough. Doing it twice, I'm talking about living in the first time I was couching it. Second time I was in hotels. You know what I'm saying? Then I had to rent a room. Then we rent rooms. Then like gradually built myself out of it. And now I'm out here by the beach. And I love it. But I can't rest. I still ain't where I'm at. I need to be in Pacific Palisades over here. You know what I mean? I need to be over here knocking on Drake door. That's just what I want. That doesn't mean that that's a like a bougie pomp of circumstance type of situation. That's just like, no, I'm worth that, and I know I can get that, and I'm not gonna rest until I get that. Because if I can get that, then my kids can get whatever they want, and they can do what they want, and they can go where they want. My mom can be out of DC and doing what the fuck she want to do. I owe that to them. That's what, to me, what my entrepreneurship is. That's what me getting out and hustling is. Because as long as I lived, at every corner, even people in my circle, my own damn circle, told me that I wouldn't be. And here I am.
It's a lot, man. It's a vision that you see that probably most people won't understand it. They can love you to death. They can love you to death. See, it doesn't mean that they don't love you. At the end of the day, they just can't see what you see. And at first, I used to get upset about it, man. This used to really bother me, man. Make me really, really hot-headed. At one point in time, I'm much older now, but at the end of the day, yeah, I used to really, really take it personal, man. Like for real, for real. And they just can't see it.
Right.
And here's the thing, man. Being an entrepreneur, you're gonna have to. If you ever drop all your paper into some shit that ain't paid you back yet, then you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yes.
If you have not listened, listen, this shit, man. I done had times, man, coming up through the years, and I think back on it, man. I was getting ready to get married, walking down the alley. One of my high school sweethearts, man. Like, each other 24 motherfucking years, man. And at the end of the day, it was one point in time I remember not even having to get shit for Christmas or nothing. And that shit killed me, Hawks. We like to provide, man. We like to run shit. Man don't change. I don't care who he is, man. You know what I'm saying? But these are sacrifices. And then you hope somebody understands this psychotic shit, but it's the truth. As I say before, man, you don't believe in your shit unless you put everything on the line. Like when I got into this car game, when I was doing the cars real heavy at the same time, man, most people don't even know when I got into it, I had spent a significant amount of money just to get the license and all the other different things you had to go into this business at the same time. At the end of the day, to even be able to buy a vehicle, I had a 325 I BMW. That's the only thing I had left in my name because I had spent every goddamn thing at that time. And I sold that to a guy, and I wanted, let's say 8,000. Motherfucker cut my legs off. About 2 bands gave it to me for I had to get to him for like $6,000. That's the only thing I had left in my name of value, as far as materialistic things go. So I sold the car at the time. My ex fiance, she couldn't believe I sold the car. That's all I had left. She knew that though. You know what I mean? The next day, I walked to Enterprise Cars, man, to rent a minivan to go to the dealer auction. Nobody know that story, man. First time I ever told this shit. Walk. I ain't had no car. I sold my car to get in the business, man. This is how serious I was. I ain't had shit. I hadn't walked in years. You hear me? You got to understand the mentality of selling your own vehicle, and I've never walked since I've been in my teen. I had a car. This is the only thing I got left. Got a nice looking female. and I'm about to sell my car. This shit got to work, nigga. You know,
Right.
you know what I'm trying to tell you? This bitch got to work, or somebody got to die. Active shooter,
Mm.
because I can understand how these motherfuckers become active shooters. Now, one of the scariest things I had to make a decision on, because I got to really believe in it. I ain't got nobody to walk me through or hold my hand on nothing. Whatever I'm looking at, I got to really be able to. I got to make this happen. She couldn't believe it. So we riding back down to the house in silence, man, in silence, because she couldn't believe it. I think that because she was so silent, made me silent.
Mm.
But because of her silence, it made me go hard, and I ain't never looked back. So fast forward that to seeing the luxury vehicles I sell to this day from all the way around the world, logistics bringing them from Cali, LA, all over the world on transports, and that's how that got started. And just one thing, one business led to another business with inside the car business because I see a variety of different vehicles come through this particular dealership, this dealer's auction around the world. So I've been around the world with it, Canada, everywhere, and nobody not knowing that I ain't even had tags, man, to get these cars back. I be coming through states, man, states, bad tags, anything, I lost the car, it be gone.
Mm.
I took a lot of risks, man. A lot of risks. Not saying anybody else to do it. I wouldn't suggest anybody else to do it that way. But I had already walked away from a job that I gave my resignation to. I stopped the street light shit. That wasn't working. Too many rats. Niggas ain't had the right to, no morals, no values. In any game, you have to have, you have to have what you call instructions, and you have to have guidelines and certain things you don't do. No game, don't any game you play has to have a certain instructions.
Mm.
You have to know when you're losing, and you have to know when you're winning. And when you're playing a game, you don't know when you're winning or losing, then I can't play no more because there's no more rules.
Mm.
And everything needs rules. Everything needs rules. You don't have rules, then what are you doing? How do you even know if you're winning?
Yep.
How do you know how to celebrate when you won? Do you even know what you won? You just see after a while you just start doing shit.
Mm.
It's more than likely just celebrating on your birthday and Christmas, man, and New Year's, man.
That's real.
I don't buy tables and bust bottles and all that shit no more. We got to be celebrating something. It ain't got to be my birthday. You can't just have a birthday party with balloons just because it's your birthday. You mean to tell me that's the only time you got balloons around your head? Then you fucking up and you doing something wrong. See, when you set goals at the end of the day, you can only celebrate when you set goals because you got to know when you reach them. Then you got to know when to rejoice in that goal, whether it be short term or long term. You waiting for your birthday to come at 12 more months. And then what the fuck are we busting bottles for? Failure?
Right.
The fuck are we celebrate? I'm trying to celebrate everybody so goddamn happy. It just was a pandemic, number one. It was a pandemic that took a lot of people out of here, a lot of matriarchs of the family. A lot of people have died over COVID. And for people to be doing some of the same things they were doing before COVID baffles me. If that ain't wake you up, I mean, what the fuck you waiting for? If COVID didn't change the point of view or the way things you were doing in life, then you Christ, I don't need to be around anyway. That woke me up, and I was already woke, nigga.
Mm.
I wasn't asleep when COVID hit. It let you understand that life is short like a midget with no legs. Any day could be your day. You can get out of here, get drug out of here by a various amount of things. So while you here, what you gonna do with it?
Yep.
What you gonna do with the time? Because I know a lot of people, grandmothers and grandfathers and mothers and sons and daughters and all types of things ain't the fuck here. 1 year. And you still playing? You still playing.
But when I fold that piece, that's gonna be the end of the game as far as I'm concerned. There ain't nothing else to live for. I'm always move. I'm always hustle. I'm always find bigger and better. Telling that guy. and that probably won't happen in my lifetime. And I'm even at the age now where I'm like, well, maybe I won't be that guy. Maybe it's my son that'll be that guy, and maybe I gotta do everything I gotta do to put him in position to be that guy. You know what I mean? But that just goes to show how deep my entrepreneurship goes. You know what I mean? Because maybe my entrepreneurship, I'm not betting on myself. Maybe I'm betting on the people around me. So I got to put them in a position too. You know, that's all it is. You know, to have a platform, you build a platform to give people and can see people the rite of passage as far as I'm concerned. Not to make them better than me, or not to say that I want to see control. Just want, at the end of the day, I want to be able to be so my people can be, because they deserve to be too, as long as they working just as hard as I am. You know what I mean? And those are my rules. Those are my bylaws, as you say. But I love it. I love it. I want to ask you this though, because we've been talking a lot about entrepreneurship, and this is definitely off script, because normally there's a whole little script, we got questions and the whole nine. But I definitely appreciate this because this is near and dear to my heart. Right? This conversation that me and you have, because again, I respect you as a full-on entrepreneur. I respect you as a full-on black man, a brother that I can look to, and I can look you dead in your eye and be like, brother, you are doing your damn thing. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you deserve that, because how you move, how you carry yourself. This is what black brothers need to be like. You know what I mean? But I do want to pivot, because one of the things of entrepreneur, the projects of entrepreneurship that you have is cartelopoly. I think I said it right. Cartelopoly. I want to show people. I want to show people this really quick, because people need to understand this. And as soon as I said that, I was like, "Oh, this is dope. This is dope." And we're gonna get to that in a second. But I want to show this video. Hang on a second. Check this out.
Just about anybody who used cocaine in the 1980s was using Pablo Escobar's product.
Escobar is probably the most violent, the most ferocious criminal that has ever lived.
Money stacked up like Pablo, peso after peso. You don't wanna war with Pablo, they'll kill you when he say so. Touchdown with it like Pablo, in zone 6 on Pablo. Diamonds on my neck like Pablo, and the feds on my...
Cartelopoly. So I'm going to ask, and I want you to say, what is cartelopoly?
I will. It's a game, man. It's a board game. Let me tell you the funny thing about this. Now, I really wasn't even going to let anybody know that I had my hand in doing this particular thing. Number one, but Cartel is like a board game. It plays almost similar to Monopoly. And what you have on this particular board game, as far as the board goes, is a lot of different sections of the drug trade. A lot of different sections of the drug trade. And from a standpoint of who the drugs are distributed to, so it gives you a perspective for people that's not in the street or that wouldn't understand anything that goes on in the street life. At the end of the day, what can happen? You see the good and the bad in it. Things that can happen and take place when you're doing very well, or what it takes to get up, or whatever like that at the end of the day, but it also comes with consequences. It's a game of choices in life. And the people in the actual properties that are on the board are actually different entities of people, different nationalities of people that play a part of this drug trade that they don't mention. And it's funny because when you get into this game, you'll think it's one dimensional, and you realize that it's a lot of players in this game. A lot of players are in this game. You know, it's connected with the jail system, it's connected with the court system, the penal system, it's connected with a lot of different things. And it will always be this way because it's needed for a lot of us to all make money. Even if you don't partake in drugs, it plays a part in your profession. You don't even know that. Again, man, it's a fun game. You can have a good time playing it. It can be fun, but it's also a learning curve. You know, you don't have to risk your life to play the game. And a lot of us have risked our life to play that game. Most have failed. Most have failed. If it didn't destroy your life one way, it destroyed your life the other way, or a combination of both. And in that game, you know, nobody retires with the house on the hill, with the grandkids on the lap, without losses. I mean, even the mafia, and they're on the board. Even the mafia, even as they got old, I don't see where you won if I had to murder my best friend. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to be able to describe the difference between winning and losing. And most people don't understand the difference between winning and losing. If I've lost 5 or 6 of my best friends and we grew up since 6 years old, and now I have everything, was the exchange worth it? That's all I ever ask. If I still got a friend or a brother that's in a game at the end of the day, and I lost him to maybe trying to get a BMW and have a regular house that a 9 to 5 worker is working for a short period of time, it's just like a PPP loan. That's when this person to come up with a PPP loan game. You risk everything in a short period of time. And it can, I mean, some people got longer runs than others, but this right here, this is a game that you can play, man. You can learn a lot from. As much as it can be fun, because there's fun in it, it can also make you hate it. I had to give you 2 sides of the game, 2 different emotions. Some winning, some losing. Most will lose. Some will win. Decision making is in this game. Just like any other Monopoly game, but it's decisions. And you'll see as you go through life, and even in this game right here, it'll come with a lot of obstacles. A lot of obstacles on the way to the bag.
You know, I love, first of all, I'm going to take it a step back. Anybody that knows Donnie B GotDaBeats from when I was the time when I was a young whippersnapper, I got my first Monopoly game when I was about 5 years old. That is hands down, besides John Madden football, my favorite game ever in life. I love Monopoly.
Mine too.
I have raised my little cousins. I got little cousins right now. I can get them up on the phone right now. They be like, man, Donnie, you taught me how to play Monopoly, and I'm cold at it now. And I love Monopoly. And the fact that when I seen this, you sent me this, like I had the whole Cheshire Cat grin, bro. I had the grin. Like, and another thing too that you don't know, I have just about every version of Monopoly that you have, like the board game, the physical board game.
Yeah, me too.
I collect them. I mean, I feel like you said from the Beatles to E.T. Monopoly, just the Star Wars Monopoly, the Monopoly with the little key to get the money out the John, the whole. I got it. It's Monopoly. I got it. And I seen this.
One of my favorite games.
I was like, I got to get this right here. I got to get this right here.
Oh man, I'm gonna definitely send you one, man. It's a fly game, man. It's something different. You know, it's part what I've done with the game. It's never been done before. And I mean, I hope it do well, man. But I hope it also teaches a lot of people. A lot of people curious, man. You know, about a lot of different things. At the end of the day, the rappers don't make it easy. And I'm not knocking them because I listen to some of the same music too. So I'm not a hypocrite and tell you I don't got no Jeezy or whoever in my car. I listen to that shit. I like how that shit beat my car. Mm-hmm. You know, But attempting to live that kind of life is short-lived, man.
Right.
It's short-lived. It's not no longevity in it. I mean, if you wear all the nicest clothes for 5 years and drive the flyest cars for 5 years, fuck all the baddest hoes for 5 years, was it worth it? It ain't no longevity in it.
Yes,
That's all I'm saying, because all of them will go somewhere else.
yep.
The same one that you call a old geek ass nigga, that's who cost you gonna be in when you lock the fuck up, nigga. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just saying.
That's
It's just reality.
it's reality. And it's a reality.
You can say what you want to say about it. Yeah, you say he that way. How the fuck you find this whole square? He's a square to you. But ain't nobody a square when they keeping that refrigerator full, baby.
Mm.
That's all I'm trying to say, Sam. Screw the Gucci and the Fendi. They trying to understand why the fuck you can't fix nothing in the house. You don't have no tools or nothing. You can't put together nothing.
Right. That's real.
See, ain't nobody talk about this when they get on here. Am I lying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand the quality of people you dealing with. Especially for you ladies, because I got it rough out here. It's hard for y'all, baby. I ain't even gonna lie. You gotta understand the quality of people you're dealing with. Quality of man. You gotta understand what you're looking for in a man, first of all. You know, you gotta be realistic. You gotta be realistic. Because if he worth it, then you got to deal with some shit. I mean, why would God give you his precious jewels at the end of the day that he could put so much ingredients in and just let you have it? Just like that.
Right.
For nothing. That means he giving away stuff for free. And last time I checked, he didn't give you shit for free. I don't know. Maybe that's my
No,
opinion.
that's real.
Hey, Chris,
I
what the fuck is you talking about?
ain't even trying to fade it. That's real.
So that means us as man gotta bust our ass to do all these things and you don't have to go through nothing? No, I'm sorry, but it don't work that way. That's why Instagram look like that with all them females ass naked on that motherfucker, man. And they do with a bunch of celebrities and all kinds of shit. Niggas flying them out and flying their ass right back, don't they? Fly your ass right back to where you came from. Ain't nobody take you to judge, baby.
Right.
This real, man. This shit about loyalty. I don't know if anybody religious out there. I don't need to get into it, but all I do know is this. What was said is this. He doesn't give it to the fast and the speed. He gives it to the one that can endure. And if you can endure, then the reward is worth it. What's worth it? You're trying to have a man that has put everything on the line. Do you know what you're asking him for? He has put everything that he is on the line to achieve, to be able to provide and bring security to you. You think you got to be short? Oh, no, it don't work that way. Sorry. It don't work that way. Hey, Chris, tell him it don't work that way, please. Shit. It don't work that way. You got everything on the line. Listen, because your kids could think different about you. It's a lot of things you get misconstrued. Man, you got a beautiful platform too, Chris. Man, I had to tell you that, man. I hope you do very, very well, Holmes.
Appreciate it.
Oh bullshit! Your presentation is very professional. I see you put a lot of time into it. I mean, just all of it. For the people that haven't been on your show that don't know what you bring to the show, he's a very, very professional person with it. I mean, the outline. I just was looking at how you presented it, and I was astonished, dog, because it's a lot. I don't know what it took you to do it, but I know your presentation speaks for the kind of character that you are. That's dope, man. You got some dope shit going on right there, man.
Appreciate it.
You know what I mean? That's dope, man, and keep doing it. And I can see you going far with this.
Means a lot.
You know, I hope you get everything that you set out to get. And I know when you get it, it wasn't sweet. No, you got somebody in here that know that. You ain't got to break that down. Let's just bust a bottle and just talk shit.
And here's my thing. Like I said, I try to tiptoe around it, but like when we met, this is where we at now, brother. I get it. If there's anybody that I think is gonna understand it, is you. And I mean that on everything, brother. That's why I was like, well, like, so let me reach out to this cat, man. And I've been following you. I've been watching your work, and I think, like I said, I hope you get everything that you set out to get to, because again, what's the odds of meeting how we met? It just off of some random shit. And then here we are years later having conversations about what each other's doing and our successes and how we, just entrepreneurship and being able to just level set and be like, yeah, I get where you're coming from. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Like, this is real. And we've been in the foxhole and we ain't even know it the whole time. You know what I'm saying? So much love and much respect.
I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. But understand this, man. Look, they say it's only 2-3% of the world that have what most people are chasing. That's why it's gonna be hard for you to find people that can relate to you, because it's only 2% that achieve it. You gotta understand the percentage. So you see a lot of talk shows, you see a lot of people interview a lot of successful people. They don't never talk about this because this shit ain't attractive, bro. I knew when you wanted to talk to me, most people go, hey, yeah, I got this. Because you notice I not talked about one thing that I got. That shit don't matter. I'm just trying to push the person at the end of the day that's about to quit. Today he was about to quit. And if he saw your video, then he ain't quit. I'm talking to him, man.
Right.
I'm talking to her. I mean, by this time, everybody should be tired of hearing bullshit, man. That's all I'm saying. I mean, goddamn, is enough bullshit, enough bullshit. I think, goddamn. I mean, you feel up the jaw with bullshit. You hear me? Let's get to the real nitty gritty. Is it going to be easy? Hell no. Is most people faking shit? Hell yeah. Is most people full of shit? Yes. Hey, Chris. Yes.
There's so much fucking whipped cream on top of what niggas are shoveling these days, bro. It's ridiculous. It's so fugazi, bro.
Oh, my.
It's so fugazi.
God.
Bro, like you said.
Oh, my God.
Instagram, the Facebook, the whole nine. And it's like, bro, some days I just like, I don't even want to turn my phone on, bro. I don't even have it in me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even folks that call themselves your friend and shit. Like, they come at you with the bullshit. It's like, come on, bro. Like, just be 100 with me. You know what I mean? But everybody want to look at you like you ain't on the program. Oh, you expecting too much. You asking too much. The whole nine. You know what I mean? It's
unfortunate, man, because a lot of people are losing their identity. You talking about grown people, man. Grown people losing their identity. They got kids and everything like that. So, man, you can't even be real with yourself, worrying about somebody else, how they think and how they feel about you at the end of the day. And you done lost touch with yourself. Not even knowing who the fuck you are no more. You can't say this. You worried about the wrong stuff. You can't even be true to you. And if you can't be true to you, you can't expect nobody to be true to you. You're not even real to you.
Right.
I'm realistic, so I understand. Because I understand me. Shit, I piss myself off sometimes. Shit, you're the only person. I ain't just making you mad. I make me mad. Shit, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, for real. Because, I mean, we're going to make mistakes. We're human.
Right.
I just want everybody to know, listen, man, there's somebody around the world doing exactly what you're doing. I know you don't think they're doing it, but at the end of the day, they could be working harder than you. And if because they're working harder than you, just before you're about to cut them lights out and go to bed, remember I told you that. Remember I told you that. You were only willing to go to that extent, they're willing to go. They got everything on the line.
Right.
Ain't no stopping. I mean, if you're going to get into it, listen, if you're going to get into anything, you might as well aim high.
Man.
That's all I'm saying. Because you're going to get the same treatment. You're going to get the same treatment. People going to talk about you. They talk about you anyway. They're going to talk about you whether you're doing good, whether you're doing bad. They're going to talk about your ass. That's what they do. They talk about your ass. That's what they do. They need it too. Don't get it twisted. You need them too. You need them too. You can't even be motivated if you ain't had no haters. If you ain't had no people that talk about you like a dog. To be honest with you, they motivate you more than the people that cheer for you, which was going to be very little. So at the end of the day, if you're looking for a whole bunch of people cheering for you, nah, well, you fucked up. You don't want to be an entrepreneur.
Right. That's weird.
So you understand what I'm saying? So you need them too. You need the naysayers. You need the doubters. You need all of them. Everybody works together. Pain makes you better, boy. Cause steel sharpens steel. Last time I checked,
Mm.
pain make you raw, boy. Make you raw. But by the time you get through pain, you cut from something different. If it ain't drove you crazy and turned you into an active shooter or a nutball, which we probably already are because we kept going, so we passed that stage. So at the end of the day, pain make you better, man. Can make you nice with what you do. When you put your health on the line, when you ain't eating right. You understand? You ain't eating right. Because, 9 times out of 10, being an entrepreneur, all that healthy guy shit, yeah, I don't know who you talking to. I just don't know who they talking to. How can you eat healthy when health shit costs like a motherfucker at the end of the day when you can drop everything into your dream?
Mm.
It don't make sense who you talking to, man.
That's real. That's real. This is so many.
There's been the wrong motherfuckers out here, man. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what's wrong with all these people out here. Because eating healthy costs money, baby, and it's high as hell.
Yeah.
I know all you ballers and shit don't think it's high because you ballers and shit, but hey, Chris, these are my motherfuckers, ain't they? Oh my God. Hey, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Hey, you gotta get on my show too, though, Chris.
Hey, I'll be honored, brother. I'll be honored.
I'm gonna try to fly you out here, man. You gotta show me how to do this. The double screen is ESPN shit. I love this.
Of course. We talk about it. Let's listen.
Cause I've been flying my guests out and shit, man.
I got you. And when I say I got you, no, I got you. It's nothing.
This is safer because I realize that some guests you don't want to bring to your fucking studio, make you choke the shit out of their ass in flesh and bone.
You can get anybody.
That's why he keep you out of jail, Chris.
You can get anybody anywhere. That's the beauty of this thing, man. This is the future. So that's why I was like,
this is where it's at.
My man. Hey, listen, I got you. Let's talk about it. Because I believe in you. I already know what you got. And the muddy waters, we ain't really get to talk about it too much, but I probably, you know what I want to do? I want to bring you back on the show. I'm gonna bring you back on the show so you could talk more because again, we went 100% off script, but I love it. I think this is gonna be one of my favorite interviews of all time on the show.
Okay, we'll do that next time I have all my audio together. That way I can go back in the building and I can talk with wherever I'm at because I didn't really know how everything was set up, but I know now. And the key is getting better as you go.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely,
that's what we're gonna do. The next time I get back on, I have it all together. I understand the audio now. I understand how everything is going now, so I'll be more prepared for the situation. This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you're unprepared and you have not done your homework. You're seeing the raw content. I had to come to the car, put it through Bluetooth to talk to Chris, to talk to him and have this interview. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not going into a situation, but making it work. It's called thinking on the whim, man. But next time we're gonna be tight as a Knicks headband. You hear me?
let me tell you what though. This interview right now, this one right here, this one's still gonna be in my top 5 favorites all time because people needed to hear exactly what you were saying. This is the time for it right now. We come back. We could try to redo this. We will not be able to reduplicate this episode. I'm telling you right now, this is gonna be a classic one. So definitely want to bring you back on.
Appreciate it, man.
No doubt. How can people learn more about you in case they want to reach out to you in the interim between now and when we get you back on?
Well, like I said, my Facebook joint is Karlos Toomer. I'm really trying to get a little nice with this social media platform. I kind of stayed away from it because it's out my age bracket, to be honest with you. So I'm really just learning a lot of it, even with the marketing and advertising kind of thing. They can meet me on the Confidant IG, however that go, the confidant. Um, and Karlos Toomer on Facebook, man. I'm really not on a whole lot of platforms. I'm really more so. I've been old school grinding, you know. So I'm learning the social media thing. I was really a quiet dude. I'm a real personal kind of nigga, man. So at the same time, I stayed away from the social media platforms a lot because I don't like it. I be tied in this whole real life shit out here. You feel me? But now I'm getting a little savvy with it. I'm gonna get nice and I'm gonna get my people up and all that kind of stuff right there, man. But because we come from a different school, you know that, man. You know, all the, I ain't, you know, we not even in this entertainment world shit. This shit cutting raw cut, like you get it straight off the brick.
Man, it ain't all cut, bro. That means it's the truth right there. That's, you know what I'm saying. The world needs.
You already know, Chris. I gotta come out there, man. How the weather out there though?
Oh, we at I don't know, 65, 70 right now.
So you got motherfucking flip flops on and stuff.
We call them slides. I got slides.
Slides. You don't like flip flops.
Hey, but whole time, like I'm right here by LAX, man. Hey, man, anytime you touch down in LA and you don't talk to me, you don't hit me.
I see you ain't out there playing.
I got you.
No, ain't nobody go that far playing. What the fuck is wrong with everybody? Anybody watching this to know Chris, man, nobody needs all the way out to a whole other state to fuck playing, is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Nobody needs everybody they know and love to go somewhere else playing.
I got that.
I mean, the fuck. I'm just saying.
Hey, listen. So, Los, like I said, we had time, man. Definitely want to give you your time back, brother, because I know you're a busy dude, being the entrepreneur that you are. Listen, I'm blessed and thankful to have you on. We definitely gonna get you back soon, depending on your schedule. So we'll talk about that offline. You got any last words of encouragement or anything you want to say? Any shout outs? Anything? Anything? Before I walk us out.
Man, honestly, man, shout out to everybody, man, that's still breathing and you got your help. Shout out to all the people that stand behind other people, even wrong or right. Shout out to all the confidants. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. And always remember this: 100 is 185 ain't never been 100 in no state or country. You know, that's just what it is. Keep that in mind if you don't take nothing into the next year or into Christmas. 100 and 185 ain't never been 100.
That part.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, with that being said, man, like I said, it's a pleasure. I'm blessed to do it. I bet you blessed to watch you grow and blossom, man. I am so proud of you. If I can say me being proud of you, I'm very proud of you. Everything that you've done. And like I said, I watch. We ain't been in touch as much as maybe I would like to, but I definitely watch, and I've definitely seen everything you're doing. I love how you put one foot in front of the other, brother. You is building it. And I am definitely here for you. If there's anything I can do to help you, like I said, definitely want to bring you back on. I'm definitely down to help you with the Muddy Waters. I'm down for that Cartelopoly, bro. I'm down for that. I'm there. It is. I'm down for that 1,000%.
Anytime, man.
And
anytime, make sure you get past Muddy Waters, man. We're gonna get you on there.
Okay.
We'll have a good time. I'm gonna fly you down.
Okay.
Let you get down here because you can visit your people and all that. Fly you down, get on. And I would have the honor to have you on, man. To be honest with you, man.
That ain't nothing but the truth, bro. You know, I gotta get back there to DC anyway, man. I gotta visit my mom's. Mom's up in Marlboro. I gotta be down there for the, you know what I'm saying, sometime soon. So even if no matter what, if I touch down, I'm gonna hit you up. If you come out here to LA, you better not touch ground and don't hit me up, bro. I'm gonna feel some kind of special, unspecial kind of way.
I salute you, man. You went out LA and you plant your feet. I salute you, bro. For real, I'm serious, man. I know you interview a lot of people and you bring a lot of people to your show, but not enough people probably saying a lot about you. I appreciate you, bro. Need to be a whole lot more people out here like you that taking chances that people don't see. They have no idea what it takes to believe in some shit that you can't even explain in words. You can't even articulate to what you see.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Technical difficulties, you know, you can't avoid those things. But you know, this brother, I'm glad to have him on. It's been a blessing, and I've known him for quite some time. But make sure y'all like and subscribe. Karlos Toomer, the confidant on Instagram. Hit me up if you can't find him. I'll direct you to him and plug you in. But nonetheless, follow that man. That man is dope. We got Famo on tomorrow. Famo is from Germany, dialing all the way in straight from Germany tomorrow at noon, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's all love. Donnie B got the beats. We live on the beat, and I'm out.
Donnie B, got the beats.